Hey guys, Jonah here, and back with another special beer review. I've got a couple of special ones in the can, in the pipeline, but you'll see this one's pretty cool. So, this one is by Time and Tide, if it will focus, Time and Tide Brewing, and this is called the Walmer Patchwork Pale Ale, and it's Deal Hop Farm, 3.7% on the ABV. I don't know if you see up here, there's lots of kind of farming and a guy on stilts, which is a traditional Kentish thing for cutting down the hops. Well, there's a lady there too. Now, Time and Tide and their little uh, kind of dude here, Quathlu or someone like that up there, some sea monster, is a brewery that are in Kent, very close to Deal. Don't know actually if it comes under Deal. Oh, it says there at the bottom, Time and Tide Brewing, Statenton Borough Farm, Deal, Kent. So they definitely are. Really, really good up and coming brewery, especially if you're in Kent. And it says this is a community grown beer brewed with Prima Donna hops provided by the Deal Hop Farm. And the Deal Hop Farm is a patchwork farm that's in and around Deal, made up of people's gardens, allotments, community spaces, etc. And it's also been dry hopped with Mosaic for a nice taste and aroma. Now, I got this. Let's see. I don't know if you can see the label underneath. £3.50. Yeah, it costs a lot. But I actually bought this at Deal at Walmer Castle, I should say, which is just down the road from me in Kent, and it's even closer to Time and Tide Brewing. They're fantastic, and I believe they were looking to hire an apprentice recently. So if you want to work for a brewery and you live near Deal and surrounding villages, why not give trying to be a brewer a chance? I think that would be really cool. I also saw while we were there, we went there yesterday. Did I say that already? We went to the Walmer Castle. I actually saw this year's hops growing up next to the apple trees outside. So you cannot, it says drink fresh, you cannot get fresher than yesterday. So I couldn't have done it any better. This has been in the fridge overnight. The only downside to this beer is it's 3.7. My goodness. So I believe this has some malted wheat in there, addition to the barley. It doesn't have oats in, so it will have that lovely smooth mouthfeel, which I'm kind of craving at the moment. There we go. It's a lovely can. So yes, because of the addition, let's do a bit of a banger to get that stuff off the bottom. Just shy of a finger's absolutely lovely, fluffy white cloud head. Very kind of pale and opaque. It is not perfectly juicy, but not far off. And because it's dry hopped with Mosaic, we're getting that lovely, lovely tropical aroma. Very new school, maybe. At 3.7%, they cannot call it an IPA. No chance, no chance. But they could have called it a hazy pale. They just called it a pale ale. I respect that. And 3.7%, you could drink a fair few of these bad boys and then run a mile. Cheers and biz, guys. Let's dive into it. Wow. Wow. Okay. That is very unusual. So they did say it would be Prima Donna, which is a dwarf variety. that we have over here in the UK. Although you can get it in other countries, but predominantly grown here. But getting a lot of lemon. The bitterness is there, but it's quite light. Then we get the mouthfeel and the tropicalness coming through. But it's a very kind of lemony bomb or lemon balm bomb. Wow, try saying that after you've had a few beers. At 3.7, you can get away with every time. Oh, the aroma is just gorgeous. It's a little bit sour. And I know Time and Tide are very well known for their sour beers. So perhaps there's a tiny bit of kind of Brett in there or something like that. It just says yeast here. But yeah, I believe they are doing the Deal Hop Farm, what should we say, Corporation again this year. So if you live in the Kent area, or I should say it's East Kent really, but anywhere from kind of Dover upwards really, if you've got some hop plants or you want to grow some hop plants, maybe a tiny bit late to be planting them for this year's batch, but if you've got some, why not get hold of them and see if they can use their your hops in their beer. Yeah, for a pale ale, it's definitely got a bit. Maybe it's kettle soured. And it doesn't say if they've dried them. So is it a green hopped beer? I would say perhaps not. Wow, well carbonated. But yeah, the Prima Donna, it's got a bit of greenness in there too. Bit of hedgerow. But for me, it's fundamentally kind of lemon lime. I want to say the mintiness, but it isn't mint. It's a sort of green kind of thing going on there, herbal, that kind of thing, which is really nice. And then the Mosaic kicks in with your traditional kind of tropical things going on there, which is truly amazing. Maybe I'm getting a touch of mint on the nose, actually. £3.50 for a can. I probably paid a little bit through the odds, but when you're visiting an English heritage site, because that's what Walmer Castle is, and the castle and the gardens are fantastic. I mean, we just like wandering around the garden. You can walk around in the moat. It's a dried out moat, and the planting there is amazing. Have to say though, guys at Walmart, you've ruthlessly cut back some of the plants that were in the moat this year. Like stripped some of the rose bushes back to the ground. Um, I hope you didn't just burn them and turn them into mulch. I really hope you saved some of those because some of those were amazing rose bushes and they've just totally vanished. But anyway, I'm glad you're growing hops there. Oh, really weird. It is definitely got a hint of sourness about this beer. If I bought two of these, I might have kept one for maybe a year and see what happened because it would have been gone really bitter then, I reckon. Um, and I hope that, yeah, they haven't done what Siren did recently and just chucked some stuff in there, and they shouldn't have done really because some of the cans were actually exploding, which is ridiculous. Midnight Merriment. Yeah, I've done a review on it, but I drank mine reasonably fresh. I think it was last year I must have drunk that, but yeah, they've done a product recall. So if you're hearing about this through my channel, if you've got one of those beers, Midnight Merriment, please take care. If I was you, I'd chuck it in the fridge and cool it down as cold as you can without freezing. They have suggested opening it underwater, which is just weird because you're wasting your beer then. What I would do is cool it as cool as you can, give the old can a bit of the old squeezy test, and then maybe open it in your kitchen sink or perhaps the bathroom. And if it just goes, psst, drink it. If it explodes everywhere, don't blame me. But at least it won't explode in your shed, which is always a danger when you're dealing with those type of brews. Anyway, I'm waxing lyrical. Time and Tide and the Deal Hop Farm. You've done a fantastic job with this beer. This has been Unclejona, drinking those beers so you don't have to. But in this case, I would try and get one of these. If you're living in Deal and you know where you can get, there's a couple of craft brew pubs in Deal. If you can get this beer through draft or through cask, my God, please let me know, because that would be absolutely fantastic. Anyway, this has been Unclejona. As I've said previously, click like, click subscribe down below, and you won't miss any more beer reviews and inane rantings by Unclejona. That's me. And we'll see you real soon for more beer reviews. Cheers and beers, guys, and yeah, enjoy the sunshine while you can.